I don't believe Brett Kavanaugh is a serial rapist. There's nothing in his background, the way he's lived his life, to give legitimacy to these claims. As to Ms. Ford, I look forward to hearing from her tomorrow.
As much as Senator Lindsey Graham says he wants to hear from one of Brett Kavanaugh's accusers, it sounds like he's made up his mind. And it's not the first time Republicans have taken this awkward position.
There was an earlier case 27 years ago from which you might have thought we would have learned something. But the past couple of weeks makes it clear that we haven't learned much at all.
American attitudes towards sexual harassment have changed drastically since Anita Hill made her explosive charge against Clarence Thomas in 1991.
He talked about pornographic materials depicting individuals with large penises or large breasts involved in various sex acts.
But Republicans now seem to be pulling from the same playbook to back up Brett Kavanaugh. Manus Cooney was a Republican lawyer on the Judiciary Committee in 1991, later rising to chief counsel. He says once a confirmation reaches this level of political theater, it's really all about the optics.
With Justice Thomas's hearings, there was a desire to get to the truth. And the truth is pretty subjective. Again, it's not as if there's an oracle is going to come down or the Lord Almighty will come down and declare who is telling the truth. It's a subjective determination. It's really left to the members themselves to decide who they believe. The public sees the nominee as the person we believe they are. I think the challenge is it's about trying to humanize the person.
In 1991, Thomas categorically denied the allegations, portraying himself as the victim.
This is high-tech lynching. I cannot shake off these accusations because they play to the worst stereotypes we have about black men in this country.
In Kavanaugh's prepared opening remarks for tomorrow's hearing, he uses similar rhetoric, saying he's the victim of, quote, grotesque and obvious character assassination. Republicans tried to defend Clarence Thomas's character by attacking his accusers.
It seems to me you didn't really intend to kill him, but you might have. And that's pretty heavy. I don't care if you're a man or a woman.
And they're doing the same now, with some caveats. For one, Republicans have hired an outside female counsel to question Christine Blasey Ford, probably to avoid moments like these.
Now that you have read the FBI report, you can see that it contains no reference to any mention of Judge Thomas's private parts or sexual prowess or size.
And the hearing will be much shorter than the 2 full days senators had to question Hill and Thomas. Tomorrow, they'll have just 5 minutes each for questioning. Jeff Peck was counsel for Judiciary Committee Democrats during the Hill-Thomas drama. He thinks there's risk for both Democrats and Republicans during the hearing.
This is just a short-change process that we're looking at for tomorrow. I think if you're the nominee, you want to be confirmed in the most legitimate way possible. There are going to be doubts and clouds that hang over Judge Kavanaugh because the process was rushed now.
What do you think is the biggest concern for Democrats this time around?
I think, there's ways to question Judge Kavanaugh. It's coming across as fair and even-handed and trying to get to the truth. I would hope members don't use their 5 minutes to make a speech.
But even Cooney, the Republican, admits that the GOP faces most of the risk during tomorrow's hearing. He noted the aggressive grilling of Anita Hill damaged the party in the 1992 election.
The legacy of that hearing is a woman made an allegation of sexual harassment and was examined and taken to task by a committee of white men. And that had consequences in the ensuing election. It was the year of the woman. Dianne Feinstein got elected, Senator Mosley Braun got elected, a number of women got elected to the Senate.
That was a year out from Election Day. Now we're 6 weeks away, and polling's already shown the Republican Party is struggling with female voters. The last thing they need is to give Democrats another opportunity to argue the GOP is anti-woman.